Hello friends, now we are going to discuss about types of hydrogen bonding. In the previous video we have discussed what is meant by hydrogen bonding and what are the conditions required to form a hydrogen bonding. Okay, generally hydrogen bondings are of two types. One is intermolecular hydrogen bonding, second one is intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Let us see the first one, intermolecular hydrogen bonding. The name itself suggests it is hydrogen bonding located present between two molecules or else between the molecules. Okay, I'll just write it as hydrogen bond between the molecules. Let us see some of the examples. What is meant by intermolecular hydrogen bonding and how it is present between the molecule, and what are the applications of the intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Let us see. For example, the best example is water. Let us take water over here. I'll just take two water molecules here. Okay, here since oxygen is more electronegative atom, electron shifting takes place to the shade pair shifting takes place towards oxygen. That is why oxygen gets partially negatively charged, and since the electrons are getting away from the hydrogen gets the partial positive charge here. And here also the same thing, oxygen with a partial negative charge and hydrogen with a partial positive charge. Initially we have discussed the definition for the hydrogen bonding. Okay, it is just the electrostatic attraction between partially positive hydrogen and partially negative more electronegative atom. Okay, here there will be some attraction between these two oppositely charged atoms over here, partially oppositely charged atoms over here. Okay, this is nothing but hydrogen bonding as per the statement, but it is taking place between two molecules. That is what we are calling it as intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Let us take another example. Hydrogen fluoride. Hydrogen fluoride. Okay, here since fluorine is more electronegative atom. Okay, shade pair shifting takes place towards more electronegative atom, and that is fluorine. Here fluorine gets a partially negative charge and hydrogen gets a partially positive charge here, and fluorine here again partially negative charge and partially positive charge on hydrogen. Okay, here there will be some electrostatic attraction between two oppositely charged species over here. That attraction is going to be dipole-dipole interaction. Here it is taking place between more partially positive hydrogen and partially negative fluorine. That is what we are calling it as intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Especially it is taking place between the molecules. That is why it is intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Let us take another example. Okay, most of the para substituted compounds forms generally intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Let us take para nitrophenol. Para-nitrophenol. Here what happens is that there will be hydrogen bonding between oxygen and hydrogen here. Okay, this hydrogen bonding is taking place between the molecule. That's what we are calling again intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Okay, yeah, let us see the applications of intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Intermolecular hydrogen bonding applications. Okay, intermolecular hydrogen bonding increases both the solubility and boiling point. It is most important applications of intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Intermolecular hydrogen bonding increases both solubility and boiling point. We know that all this melting point, boiling point, all these things is all about like intermolecular attraction. Okay, because of this hydrogen bonding, intermolecular hydrogen bonding, there will be a more attraction between the molecule. That is why increase in boiling point we can consider here. Okay, let us see some of the examples. Okay, let us see some of the examples. We have NH3 and we have PH3. Let us see which has more boiling point over here. Okay, generally what we consider, since phosphorus has more atomic number and atomic mass, it may have more boiling point. Okay, that is absolutely wrong. Here the thing is that here we have to consider the hydrogen bonding rather than considering atomic number or atomic mass over here. Okay, since nitrogen forms a intermolecular hydrogen bonding, there will be a more attraction between one molecules to another one. That's what it requires more amount of energy to convert its liquid state to gaseous state. Okay, that is why nitrogen has more boiling point. Let us see some other examples too. Let us take H2O, H2S. Let us take alcohol and ether with same number of carbons. Ether. Okay, let us take an acid and ester. Okay, here in all these cases, okay, in the case of water and H2S, okay, what is happening here is that water can form the hydrogen bonding but not H2S. That is why water can exist as liquid at room temperature, but H2S is going to be gas at room temperature. In the case of alcohol, hydrogen bonding again is present here. That is why boiling point of alcohol is more than that of ether. Again here, in the case of acid, acid can form the hydrogen bonding, but ester can't. That is why the boiling point of acid is more. This is the application of intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Let us see the intramolecular hydrogen bonding. The second type of hydrogen bonding is intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Intramolecular hydrogen bonding. What is meant by intramolecular hydrogen bonding means it is within the molecule. Okay, let us take the simple statement for the intermolecular hydrogen bonding, that is hydrogen bonding within the molecule. Okay, most of the ortho substituted compounds can form intramolecular hydrogen bonding. For example, let us take orthofluorophenol. Okay, let us take orthonitrophenol. Okay, in these cases what happens is that hydrogen bonding formation takes place between the hydrogen which is attached to the more electronegative atom with the more electronegative atom here between these two, and here between these two. Okay, this hydrogen bonding formation is taking place within the molecules. That is why this hydrogen bonding is known as intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Okay, let us see some of the applications of intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Let us see the applications. Okay, in the case of intermolecular hydrogen bonding, we have discussed that intermolecular hydrogen bonding generally increases solubility and the boiling point. It is completely reverse here. Here what happens is that in the case of intermolecular hydrogen bonding, it decreases both solubility and boiling point. We can discuss it relatively with the intermolecular hydrogen bonding. In the case of intermolecular hydrogen bonding, there is a hydrogen bonding attraction between the molecules. That is what they require more amount of energy to convert one state to another state. But in this case, there are attraction, but not the hydrogen bonding over here. There are no hydrogen bonding between the molecule, but here within the molecule is taking place. That is why they are required less amount of energy to for the boiling point and all those stuff. Let us take some of the examples. Let us take the boiling points, relative boiling points for the examples. Boiling points. Let us take orthofluorophenol and parafluorophenol. Okay, parafluorophenol. Okay, if we consider here, in the case of parafluorophenol, it can form the intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Means hydrogen bonding is present between the molecule. That's why they are required more amount of energy. That is why parafluorophenol has required more amount of energy to convert its state. Okay, that is why parafluorophenol has more boiling point. Let us take another example. Orthonitrophenol and paranitrophenol. Orthonitrophenol and paranitrophenol. Okay, which has more boiling point over here? We can say definitely it is paranitrophenol. Why paranitrophenol is that it forms the intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Means it forms some kind of attraction which is known as hydrogen bonding between the molecule. It required more amount of energy to separate the molecules. That's why para substituted molecules generally will have more boiling point than that of ortho substituted molecule. This is about types of hydrogen bonding. Thank you for watching.